The Mars generation is one of the most well-educated generations in the history of mankind. A lot of people say, oh, the Mars generation, they're just absorbed with social media, but that's not true. The Mars generation is carrying around an encyclopedia, a virtual library in their hands all day, every day. They are exponentially more well-educated than any generation in history, and I think they're going to go much, much further than we can imagine. I think we're working diligently on interplanetary life and on jointly going to other planets and other moons. But I think it is somewhere in our future because there's still so many issues and problems to work out. The task of our generation is to take the baton where we are today and to try to move it forward to the next generation. So we received that challenge from the moon generation, landing on the moon 50 years ago. That generation passed it to us. We created a space station and learned how to live and work in space for long periods of time. Now it's time to take that next step forward, to create a base near the moon or to go on to Mars and figure out how to live there. This generation has been astonishing in its progress, in my opinion, because they're very forward-looking, but they haven't forgotten one another. They haven't forgotten the heart of their companions. They remember to take care of one another in a way that some generations have not been so careful with. So I think they're going to accomplish more as a body of people. Others may have accomplished more as individuals, but I think the millennial will be a complete wave into the future of strength and of intellect and of accomplishment. The space industry has given us some of the most remarkable technologies that we have today. When you think back before the moon landing, all telephones were connected by a cord to the wall. There was no such thing as a computer. A radio was this big. And in the wake of all of those technologies that we developed, microchips, satellites came, now we have global positioning system, now we have digital communications, now we have satellite television. All of those things that came in the wake of that moon landing are very important to us in our society today. So going on to take another step further, to take a bigger challenge, to go on to Mars, is going to leave even a bigger wake, even more technologies, magnetic resonance imaging, medical technologies, life-extending technologies, and sustainability technologies, understanding how to produce oxygen, how to conserve and recycle water. Those are technologies that are going to help us save the Earth in future generations. The leadership of the Emirates is some of the most progressive, visionary leadership on the planet today. They have looked forward on behalf of their people and behalf of the future of their people and set lofty goals. Lack of vision is one of the main reasons that people perish. And the vision of the Emirati leadership is so large and so grand and so positive that undoubtedly its people will prosper in its wake.